Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live session. I hope everybody is really doing well. And hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to this session. I think the BTC plan so far is, we just forming a very choppy range at this moment. I think I had to have a reasons to believe that maybe it's just forming a small triangle kind of a structure that we have it here, and we talked about it yesterday as well. Despite of the fact that we are holding the 40K levels, which is a very nice sign for BTC, I think unless and until we are losing the 40K levels, I think the market's still pretty much looking good at this point. So what you would want to see, two things over here. You want to see is that the market is BTC literally again losing the levels of 40K levels, which is absolutely is going to be the confirmation that we are going to break down. And I was just looking into the OBV as well. Two signs what I can see is that the OBV is printing a very nice bearish divergence, you see on the lower time frame as well. So from this point volume, it is showing you signs of distribution, whether it is showing giving you signs of reversal, whether it is establishing some trend or whatever. But basically this indicator gives you a very nice insights as well. And yeah, 1 second, guys. So basically, what you would want to see here is on the BTC. I do think that BTC is going to form like a very nice triangle kind of a structure. And despite of the wave counts that we have it here, I think no, the wave counts are pretty much looking very obvious at this point. That I think we are going to form most likely some sort of a triangle kind of a structure. If this is A, this is B, and we are going for C. Of course, C is always like five waves, but I don't see any five waves kind of a structure. This clearly looks to me like we are forming A, B, C, D, and E, and then we break down for 35 pi. Basically, I may be wrong, but then looking to this kind of a move on the BTC, I think I'm definitely going for a long around 35 pi. That is amazing, and that would be great with the stops under $33,000. I think that is going to be the $2,500 range. I think so. Basically, what you would want to see is uh, I think what you would want to see on the BTC, two things. First of all, you would want to see clear rejection and 4 hour candle closure under $40,000. Yesterday, when we just had a dump, but the 4 hour candle was they saved the 4 hours, and literally it just had a nice move up. So what you would want to see that 4 hours closes under these levels. Once we establish that the 4 hours closes under these levels, yes, it is a very nice sign that of a reversal. OBV looked on the 4 hours is bearish, so yes, we may expect some sort of a nice dump, on the BTC as well. Second thing is, if we talk about the lower term time frame move, what I would be looking for on the BT. First of all, let's go with the Elliott theories. Okay, let's establish some sort of a nice move. So again, I'm just going to you just have to have some patience with us, and patient with me probably, because today I'm just want to know exactly the wave counts that we have it here actually. So of course this is what I was having like A, B, and C. So clearly I can establish that this is A, B, and C. But after that, this was a choppy move where we had one, two, three, four, and five. This was your five waves move down. Very clear indication that an alternative source of a wave count on the BTC is that the BTC is bottomed here, okay, and here itself, and we may never see BTC under $34,300 levels. Never. It's a very alternative wave count that I have it here on the BTC. Just stay with me here, and I'm going to explain. Okay, just stay with me here. Hold on. Perfect. So practically, now if you look at from the perspective of the bigger move and the bigger wave count, let's even go to the CME chart, because CME, rather than what exactly CME wants. Okay, so we just have to wait and watch. Something is a problem, maybe. 1 second. I don't know. Lagging now. I think now it should be fine. I've just fixed it, maybe. So, guys, well, if you can just refresh, I think that should be fine. Are you guys able to hear me? So basically, on the OBB, BTC is forming a very nice bearish divergence. Now we're just going to establish some sort of a relation, and maybe I'm just going to go for a different waveform that I have it here on the BTC, guys. So practically, I'm just going to I'm looking for alternative wave that I have along with BTC. There is a probability that BTC might be bottom actually, a very likelihood for it to happen. Why? Because two reasons that I have it here. First of all, just going to add like OBV here. One sec. Maybe what we can do is close. Okay. Maybe just going to save this layout. Okay. So let's go to the CME chart then. Okay. So again, it's loading. What the fuck is the problem? KB per 8,000. Why it is buffering actually? It's endlessly buffering. What? Hmm. Is there a problem with the TradingView app? Hmm. I think now it's so basically, what I was trying to tell you, let the chart low. Okay, well, now it is here. So practically, let's go to the BTC CME chart. Well, if you look at the BTC CME chart on the 4 hours, well, I think you'll also find a very similar structure on the OBB, but the structure is slightly different than what we have it here on the futures. Okay, now I do have an alternative scenario where there is a probability that this might be the bottom, and we just go for the truncated wave five. It means that we just go for a double bottom, or maybe we can just have a small wick inside this lows, and this is very much possible. But if you look at if you look at the OBV, I think we just have a nice range kind of a structure that we are forming here. Well, this is the range. Okay, we had a perfect double top. Well, this was a clear divergence that we have it here, that the OPV is having a flat double top where the price is making not higher highs but the lower highs. That was a clear divergence that we have it here. What you would want to see on this CME now, let's understand, because CME also have five waves: one, two, three, four, five. This was clear A, B, and C. So one, two, three, four, and five. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. So CME, yes, had a very nice A, B, and C move. Okay. Now, what does it mean that if this is 1, 2, and CME is going for like 1, okay, 2, like this, the wave count that we have it here on the lower some time frame, 1, 2, and 3 is always lower lows. Basically, this is your, let's say, uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is your 3, a small 4, and 1, 2, another 5. So practically, here is your wave 3. I'm just going to have a different color here. So practically, this is 1, 2, and 3. And this ABC can be the wave 4 that we are talking about, basically here. And a probability that this is a truncated wave 5 and this is the bottom, which means that this was an impulse, okay? Despite of the fact that we are taking it like ABC, a probability that this is just like a wave 1 impulse, and we are doing WXY for the wave 2, which takes it down to the something like this, and then we start pumping, you know, we start pumping, move upwards. So practically, what does is essentially mean is this. This is forming a very nice triangle kind of structure here. So practically, what you would want to see on the BTC is this is A, B, C, D, E, something like this kind of a triangle for the B, and then you go for the C fake out. And from there, we don't make lower lows, but instead we just go to the this accumulation goes like this, and we go to the $35,000 levels, and we start reversing, bouncing. We take these lows, reject, come back down to $50,000, again pump it back up for the new highs, and that is like, and that exactly is good, can be a catalyst actually, ladies and gentlemen. So practically, yes, we did went to the minimum target for 1:1 extension and forms like an ascending triangle kind of a structure. It also means that BTC is bottom practically, which also means what you would want to see is that this is the ascending triangle structure that already being formed on the BTC. And why do I see this kind of a move is because I was just thinking yesterday, since like you know uh literally I was literally uh thinking that why in the middle of ABC, why you have five waves count? Why? It's like, you know, it's honestly, I was like, oh, why five waves, five waves, five waves? Because what happens is normally, let me just tell you from the Elliott theory perspective. The five waves, one, two, three, four, and five, or one, two, three, four, and five. The five waves only happens either it is one, okay, it is the wave three, or it is wave five, or we are doing wave A or wave C. Okay, maybe it can also in some cases can have for the wave B as well, and also it can have for wave X. Okay, many times, but majorly I would go for 135 ABC. Okay, now what happens is, also you need to understand when you have a structure like A, B, and C, and then again you start like one, two, three, four, five. Okay, so basically this is like wave A, and this five down can be wave A of something as well. And again, you start A, B, and C. Can be like wave B and forming like a triangle kind of a structure, and goes down like this. So basically, this is A, B, and we go for C. Something like this is also very high probability kind of a structure that we have it here. But here, the situation is different. What kind of a situation is? We are forming a triangle accumulation, which tells me that BTC, the impulse that we have seen here can be just wave one, and we are forming a very similar structure, as I've already mentioned many times, like this, where we endlessly wait. You remember, if you guys remember, we endlessly waited for $39,000 to come, and it never sweep this lows. People were just waiting. It's just gonna sweep. It's just gonna sweep. It's just gonna sweep. It's just gonna sweep. But it never swept any lows actually, and that exactly what makes me believe that we might be again going to form some sort of a nice, well, we might just have bottom, and this can be like, forming BTC goes like it goes to $34,850 levels, and can even go for you know exactly double bottom kind of a structure that we have it here actually. But here the thing is, we never had a triangle kind of a structure, but instead what we did is, this is your wave one, A, B, and C was your flat, was wave two, and then we started one, two, and then what happened. So practically, this is a accumulation that we have now. If you look at from the OBB perspective on the 4 hours chart, well, you're going to see that of some sort of a nice accumulation. Basically, OBB was having a falling wedge, and when you have you saw the price like here, when OBB was here, the price did make lower lows, but sorry, OBB did make lower lows, but the price was making higher highs. Was a clear bullish divergence we have it so far here on the daily. If you watch it on the OBB, okay, we're not talking about the H4 anymore now. We are talking about the daily. So if you talk about the daily, and if you just watch the chart, what you're going to see that let me just make it slightly, yeah, cool. So what you're going to see on the OBV here, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, cool. So what you're going to see is at these levels, basically, here the price was making a price made the lows. OBV made not higher highs. Along with the price, it was stagnant, making lower highs. But OBV after that made lower lows, but the price did not make lower lows, which clearly formed a huge bullish divergence. Now, what you would want to see again on the OBV is that OBV again goes for the lower lows. One sort of a sell off forms like a bullish wolf waves here, but price holds the levels of $34,850 levels. Basically, we don't make lower lows. So basically, again, we form like a double bullish divergence. First divergence is here. Again, we form a divergence like here. And what is going to happen next. So basically, what might go for on the OBV, and we are at this point looks like a very strong case that BTC go is having a very nice bullish divergence being formed. Even you look at from the daily, I know that people don't normally look for the daily OBV, they look for like 4 hours or whatever. But if you look at from the daily perspective as well, you're already forming a very nice bullish divergence you see from this point. I know that many people don't look at the daily, but I tend to look at the daily. This gives me at least a comfort zone that what kind of game the market makers are going to play with us, actually. So basically, what you would want to see on the lower term time frame is that the price OBV makes lower lows, but despite of the fact the price don't make lower lows, and that would be the first sign that BTC is bullish. So OBV makes lower lows like this. Okay, it goes down, and price don't goes down. Price just goes to the 35,500, and we motherfucker bounce. Okay, okay, guys. Now, what you would want to see here on the BTC and how are we going to play this? Basically, two things we are going to take care of this. And this is literally one hell of a bullish count. And I'm going to be literally aggressive with this move that everybody is going to wait for the lows. Even I will be, and I don't want to make the same mistake again. The way we missed the pump at 40K levels. I don't want to miss this again. I would like to be wrong. I would like to be wrong, and I would like to just, most probably going to add BTC till $33,000 and start building swing positions on the BTC. One more thing, what we're going to do is we are already having a BTC long at 34K and we have hedged it 100% at $45,000. So basically, what we are going to do is I'm just going to close all my hedge as soon as BTC starts going at a 36K, make BTC long 34K open again, and I'll start building that long with 34 and going to bring our my entry average around 35K levels. That is absolutely going to be an awesome swing that I could ever have it. Remember, guys, I do think that I might be wrong and this is not a truncated wave 5, but there are two reasons why I see that this might be a truncated wave 5. First of all, forget about the OBV or whatever the divergence I was talking about. Everything is shit. Let's forget about it. You know, one thing that I feel over here is that the way the structure is forming, like A, B, and C for the wave 4, and then we started bumping 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This can be a truncated wave 5, and this whole pump, what we are watching, is like a wave 1 forming a triangle. We go down, and then we motherfucker pump. I think the interest rate hike of 0.25% did not have much impact on the market. Basically, why? Two reasons. Fed wants to, bring their balance sheet down. And why all these things now coming to the BTC chart? Why? We never used to talk about interest rates. We never used to talk about FOMC. Why suddenly all these things are, you know, making an important point with the BTC? Because as earlier, as BTC was a closed source, now it's like open to the institutional investors and hedge managers. So hedge fund managers and when they comes into the play, they looked all these things and accounts all these things, and this is going to be a biggest change how are we going to going forward as soon as the BTC and the market matures and it gets accepted across the board, not only by the hedge fund managers but by the bankers as well. BTC charting is or the crypto charting is literally going to be very different going forward. Everything is going to change slowly and gradually. Okay, I hope I have made myself clear actually. So yes, I do agree, and I think wave 4 is pretty much bigger than wave 2 from the degree of wave point perspective. Because if you look at you here, this is like the wave 2 is just like, from this point, you see, it's a perfect golden pocket zone. Perfect. So practically wave 2 was the smaller you feel like the wave 2 is small, but it's a perfect golden pocket zone wave 2. Perfect. And the way the ulcer also looks like to me bottoming and BTC dominance approaching a very big resistance, I think we might just pull out one more dump before a big one more dump, and after that we can just have an ultimate big pump across the board. There are two things that you might guide. I think this is a very aggressive approach of me because I was just breaking my head suddenly why are you going to have that five waves down. The only tricky part is this is the tricky part. Why five waves? Suddenly why five waves? Why five waves suddenly? So basically I was just okay, this is one of the very bullish scenario that I have it here. And the alternative scenario of this is already posted in my corner that we form some sort of a triangle, and this is like not bottom. And what we do is, so practically we go here, we go for a bounce here, we take this highs 47, again come back down and take this lows at 32,500, accumulate, and then we pump. So practically the yellow line that you have it, this is what the two scenarios that I have it. But in both the scenarios I do think that 32,000 is going to hold, which clearly tells me that we should be look if we are looking for swings. I think as a trader, we should be start building our positions from 35,700, clearing DCing down for like a 10%, or maybe like I would say, yeah, for now I think I will go for the 8.65%. And you should be looking, even if for this move it's a 3.7 hour setup, which is a very good setup. But if we are targeting the $81,000 levels, okay, ladies and gentlemen, or maybe even 79, 80,000, let's say. The risk reward is amazing. If I'm putting $1 million on this long, I think I have a very good chance that I'm going to make like $14 million, which means that this is an absolutely best risk reward that I have it. Worst case scenario, I lose $1 million. So practically, it's like I'm going to literally analyze my portfolio and see if we can just literally go with this big money, or maybe what we can do is, or what I have to play is like, I should I be very aggressive on this longs? Should I be like putting everything at this one pace, or just build here 33,000 just in case if the plan goes wrong, and this is not wave two, and we just sweep the lows of the levels of what do you say? So basically, this is like, let's say, we know don't hold the levels of 30. 1 second, 34. What exactly the price is? 30, 34,300. Basically, these levels. If we don't hold these levels, let's say, so if we don't hold these levels, and if we are literally saying that this is just wave two, then stop loss should be literally these lows, and we should be playing. We should be playing the exact 4% stop loss. So basically, guys, what I do think that a very, very, I mean, I do think that how I am going to play this thing up, okay? How I am going to plan. Uh, I think I'm just going to play very aggressive this time. Let's see, just assuming, okay, I'm not going to disclose anything, what I'm going to do, how much I'm playing with. Let's say if I want to put like $100, how am I going to, I'm going to put like $50 long here, okay? And as soon as we start reclaiming the levels of, 47,300 and, 47,300, as soon as we reclaim here, or even we reclaim the $44,000 levels, which is acting as a very, very big levels of resistance, or even I would say, the safest bet is going to be this move, that, we are literally going to reclaim these levels, the green zone. As soon as we start reclaiming and the confirmation, maybe I might put another $50 here and bring down my average to around 38,765. Okay. And I'm just going to let this shit ride. Then, or basically, I can just go with the 60% position here, or maybe 70%, and just don't add anything on the 30%. And I do think that I'm just gonna let this shit ride, 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 ride. And if we go to the $59,000 and then reject to 50,000, what I will do is I will hedge everything here again, close with the profits here, close my shots here, and then whatever the profits I've made, I will re-add those profits not in BTC but in ULS. Then this is going to be like that, it's like a $70 position long, risking $70, making like almost $1,000 from that $70, almost, maybe higher than, maybe much bigger than 1,000. So it's a very good risk reward that I'm going to play with swings, ladies and gentlemen. I think over here there is a very likely and a high position. I know that many of you guys think that what a fucking trader you are actually. Every day you change something, your biases and everything. And I know I'm getting a lot of comments on the Twitter as well, but they don't understand. They just keep on asking, okay, when 32K, when 32K, but they're so dumb. It's like, why don't you just, as a trader, if you are a trader, just put yourself in a shoe as a real trader actually. As a trader, it's like every day the structure is changing and a new structure is forming. As soon as the new structure forms, you have to adapt to the structure. You have to think, you have to think. It's just that you have to think for all the probabilities, what exactly, can be the best probability for the BTC or the market. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. I'm coming. I think, ladies and gentlemen, that it's literally, you know, it's literally getting very, very, very near. I think I'm just going to bid this and I'm going to give the long. I would love to be wrong. And I would love that, even if I don't care, even if people would like to, uh, you know, just want to make me feel down or whatever, I don't care. I'm just going to play this shit. I think that we are looking for a very big move on the BTC. This is absolutely the range that I'm looking that, the worst case scenario, let's say that this is wave, not wave 4, but this is some sort of a nice triangle kind of a structure, and we are forming a range kind of a structure here on the BTC, despite of the fact, or maybe a triangle, where people are going to literally shout $25,000 levels, which is never going to happen in my opinion, or maybe even if it happens, it have to have, think from a perspective of the market makers. Don't just blindly, you know, throw some numbers like 20K, 25K. War, how did it impacted the price? If the war would have, declared at 69K, okay, then you would have understand that, that the BTC Price is 1 second, guys. So basically, it's like if war would have even declared at the top, you know, it's like then it would be very justifiable, or you know and understandable that BTC dumps from 69 to 40K levels. There should have been some reasons, but it dumped without any reasons. There was no reason at all. No China ban, nothing. Every news came when we are literally over here forming a bottom, and still the price is getting accumulated, you know, literally. So now it's like you want me to believe that we are going to 25K and should give you a target of 25K. I'm sorry, I cannot do that. Either I'm going to lose this very big, or I'm just going to make it very big. Okay, and let me tell you, I'm not going to get wrecked as well, because my risk is so managed, and I know how to manage my portfolio. So even if it's like, even if for a minute, if it makes you happy that I lose it, then I would love to be, because it's giving you happiness would be someone happiness, or make someone feel happy would be really nice for me. So what you would want to see, what I would expecting on the BTC is, I think the white line is the most probable scenario on the BTC. The only thing what you would want to see is the OBV. Well, you would want to see that the price dumps, but OBV literally dumps so hard and it makes lower lows, making a very nice bullish divergence. And this is known as the hidden bullish divergence, where the price makes higher highs or a double bottom, and OBV literally makes a lower lows, creating a very nice bullish divergence, not only on the 4 hour chart, but also forming a very nice divergence on the daily as well, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what would be the invalidation levels? Well, the invalidation levels are very, very simple. Well, let's say this is like a wave A that we are talking about, and this is like A, B, and we're going for the wave C, then it's going to form a triangle, and we can even go to the $43,300 levels for the wave B, like W, and this is A, B, and C for X, okay, for X, and then it's like another A, B, and C kind of a thing for Y. It's going to be like a W, X, and Y. So there is a probability, and hence I'm just going to patiently wait for how the if we get an opportunity that BTC goes to 43,300, we are literally shorting the shit out of everything till $35,000. You know, $35,000. And I think I'm going to play it very, very aggressively this time, because the alternative scenario for the BTC is very clear, very clear. Let's say the alternative move is, uh, let's say, just for an example, the alternative scenario is, this is not wave 4, but this is wave A here, and this is like wave A, B, C, D. We are forming a triangle. B is going to end here, and C is going to go to $50,000, and from there, it's like we don't make higher highs but the lower highs, because this is your previous lower highs, and you know, and practically we just reject from here, come back down, and then we go with the 5 waves down, forming like a 32,000 again bottom. But this don't make sense to me actually. This, of course, it can go for that kind of a move, but I do think that by end of March, the sooner we do this move, we just going to accumulate, accumulate, accumulate. The sooner we are going to do this move to 35,000 by end of the March. I think April will start pumping, pumping, pumping. The quarter two is literally going to be the full blast quarter two. I think March is an absolute month for us to, you know, compound. One more thing is, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a very high risk. I'm just, I'm playing contrarian here. I'm literally playing contrarian. Why? So I think this is the levels where I would like to play contrarian. Why? Because from the Elliott wave theory perspective, many people might think that this is not wave 4, and this is like forming a triangle kind of a structure here, and we just dump to $25,000 levels, these levels, and that is going to be the wave 5, and from there we pump. And absolutely, I'm just going to play here contrarian with a very tight stop loss, and let's see how things plays out, ladies and gentlemen. The risk reward is so fucking amazing. I think even if I put like $500,000, or maybe even let's say I put 100K, you can literally come out with $2.6 million, profits. It's a very nice risk reward play that I'm having it here at this point, ladies and gentlemen. So I think this is the best bet that I ever have it, and I think that this is inshallah going to play out. Now, this might be the probability that internally the lower term time frame, the triangle what we are seeing here might not be formed. We don't form a triangle kind of a structure, but what we do is we just go for one more push up to the 43,300 if we are holding the 40K levels. Okay, if we are holding 40K, yes, we can go for 43.3, and then along with BTC, also give you one last opportunity for you guys to you know uh enter a Lambo or cycle on that trade. I think either Lambo or maybe losing 5% of your portfolio. So basically, it's not a cycle, of course, or maybe like losing like some portion of your profits that we are making continuously. So it's like, of course, even if I lose it, I my portfolio is not going to make new lows, but it's just that uh, the portfolio is going to be like losing the 5 to 6% value. So practically, the price is going to make new lower lows despite of the fact, but the portfolio is not going to make new lower lows, but it's going to make like higher lows, which is a really good sign. Okay, so you mean 10K BTC or 10K dollar BTC? What are you saying? Because 10K BTC is literally not going to make any difference. You need at least 15K BTC with three times leverage, like 50K BTC margin would be very awesome for the whole market to get shake out. You know, 50K BTC would be really awesome, according to me. Okay, 50K. 10K is like baby whale. If you really would like to be a big whale, it's like you should have a portfolio of 50K BTC plus. I think you'll be in a good position that you can literally uh, run the show. Anything under 10K is like you are shrimp. So yeah, we all are shrimp at the point. So I think this is the what I'm planning, guys, and I'm just going to give a limit on the BTC longs. My best shot on the BTC longs is going to be the 0.886 Fibonacci levels, and I think 0.886 never lies. I think it's a best that it's like a 35,560 is absolutely the best levels in my opinion. I'm just going to bid slightly higher with 35,000, 700 DCing down till 35,000. This blue line that we have like 34,500. It's a $1,500 move, and with the stops at 34, with the stops at 34K levels, I think that is absolutely makes a very nice uh risk reward for us to play on the BTC. I think so. Yes. Um. So practically, I think we should be looking for a long set from 35,700 DCing down till 35,000, DCing down till 35,000, or maybe even 34,000. 35,000 is the best actually. It should not go under 35K, but the worst case it can go to 34,750, which is fine. But I will be happy with the 35,000. 700 DCing down to 35,000. $300 with the stops at 34,025, and the take profit target is going to be an absolute new all-time highs. So I'm just going to give that trade on the BTC, and let's see how things plays out. I do think that it is a very aggressive long position that we have it for the BTC bid. In the you know, one second, just give me a moment. Um, or maybe okay, I can do it later on as well once I finish this move. So basically, I think this is all about the BTC that. So basically, I think this is the plan for the BTC. And despite of the fact, how do you copy the trade? Actually, I don't know. Let me just, I'll have to maybe do this. Can X be just a small question to everyone? Can X wave be a triangle? Just asking in normal sense. Can X wave? So you have WXY, okay, like this. You have a W, X, and Y. Can this X wave be a triangle? Anybody can answer me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Can X wave be a triangle? Either you guys can say that I don't know, we don't know, or you guys can say that yes, or you guys can say that no. Three options. You have to answer at least anything. Come on. Can X wave be a triangle? Come on. Reply. Guys, that's really nice, Muzak, that at least you responded. It's okay, Hasib, but you responded. I'm really happy. Anyone? I think no. Okay, not sure. Mm-hmm. Uh, Come on, respond fast, ladies and gentlemen. No idea. Yes, not sure. Yes, 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 yes. So basically, I'm assuming that the people are who are saying yes and no, they know about the electrical theory. Okay. Uh, I think. What? You are Ole? No, no. Ole is. She is having. I think I never. I did heard for hear from Ole since long. I don't know what's the issue. Uh, but yeah, I think. I hope she's fine, or maybe she's here. I don't know. So yeah. Hmm. So guys, can X wave be a triangle or not? It's a question because the reason is I think that X wave here, this can be, because this is five waves, can be like, this is not X wave, but it's like A, B, and C. So it's what I believe. Okay, this is what I have it like A, B, and then you go for the C. Make shorters literally catch into the move that they are going to short, 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 and out of nowhere this literally shits. Either hold it and we just pump it. I like this B wave. I do agree with Zach. You are Ole Muzak, really? So your name is Muzak? That's great. WXY was always there, but WXY was seen as by the people. When it's like a uh, everybody used to name it as like a double combo, but it was never a double combo. In fact, it is a double correction in Elliott wave theory. So how it's like a double correction? Uh, because Elliott wave theory do have WXY move, but people just name it is like a double correction, but double combo. But it is a double combo. It's a double correction move. And why do I you have it like double correction? Why? Because every W X and Y move that you have it, every W X Y, it always have like a double correction, which means it is like every W is going to have A, B, and C. Even X is going to have again like A, B, and C, and then Y again going to have like A, B, and C, and every A is going to be like 535, 333, or it can be multiple combinations, but overall it is like a WXY. There is a concept. It has proved to be very accurate in the Elliott wave theory. It's like a W, X, and Y. So if this is the case of a W, X, and Y, and in this W, X, Y, again you have it like A, B, and C, like A, B, and then you go it like C, and again X is going to be A, B, and C, like this, and then again y of course is going to be like A, B, and C. The concept name itself, if I have to just tell you, is like A, B, and C, A, B, and C, A, B, and C. It's known as a double correction and not a double combo. So basically, you should never, ever, uh, confuse yourself with the A, B, C, and the W, X, Y. The only way to confirm that it is WXY, if the Y wave or a W wave literally bounces from the 1 is to 1 to 1 to 3 6 extension, which means clearly that this is a WXY move. Because if you are doing ABC, there is a very high probability that A, B, and C can go to 261 extension. It can go to 361 extension, depends on 1, 2, because C is always 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So basically, yes, there is a combo like a WXY. It's a double correction move. Always the plan is going to be like, uh, this move is like a 3-3-3 move. Okay, 3-3-3. It can be like 3-5-3 as well, where X can be 1 2 3 4 5, and it don't go for ABC. So I mean, uh you know there is a probability that yes, WXY move exist in the Elliott wave theory. I don't tend to believe that it don't exist. If Elliott wave international, they don't recognize this kind of a correction, I don't know. But yeah, it is one of the organization. You have other organizations as well. They recognize it very clearly. Okay. Now, coming to the question, I don't think this is X move, because even if it would have been an X move, you need to have W move. W is always A, B, C. It cannot be 1 2 3 4 5. So if it would be an A, B, C, I don't see this is A, B. Then if this is B, then you're going to C. Then it's like it's just going to do something like this, C. So practically, then it's going to be X, and then you go for Y. So practically, that confirms that this move that we are literally going to basically either be going for WXY, or basically it's going to be like because X move in my opinion can never be a triangle. Honestly, I've never seen anything X triangle. X is always a flat ABC or 1 2 3 4 5. I've never seen triangle on X move. I have never, unless you have an example of X triangle, please present me, but I have never seen it. So I think that X can never be triangle. I've never seen it. Not an example. B always have a, and major of the times B is can be a fake triangle, and wave 4 can be a triangle, and wave 2 can be mostly a bull flag, but a triangle is also possible. But majority of the times, wave 4 is always a big triangle, can be, ascending triangle, can be a descending triangle in case of a downtrend, can be like, what do you say? Uh, can be with other triangles, ascending triangle, you have descending triangle, and then, contracting triangle. So various types of triangles you have. So basically, wave 4 always be like a triangle when it comes to the big moves actually. Either wave 4 or wave B. I've never seen wave C will never be a triangle, because wave C is very simple, 5 waves. Either up 5 waves or bullish 5 waves or bearish 5 waves, but 5 waves. Let's keep it very simple. Wave A can be either 5 waves or ABC. But remember, if wave A starts with 5 waves, wave B will very high probability it will always do 5 waves. It will never do ABC. If wave A goes for 5 waves, wave B will always go for the 5 waves. Measure of the times, okay? I'm not saying this is a rule, but measure of the times you'll find it. But you will have to understand the degree of the wave. So yeah, I think a wave X cannot be a triangle. If really, I do think that this can be A, B, and C. If this is looks to me like a wave 1 and 2, and we are bullish and forming like a bullish divergence on the OBV on the 4 hours and daily, then we are looking great. But despite of the fact that this is some sort of a, let's say, a move that we are talking about, and this is not wave 4, let's say, and this is just A, then this whole move is going to be like A, another ABC, B, and C. But can never be this kind of a ABC. It is always 5 waves. So I'm ruling out the possibility that I think this is the best case, a bullish case for now. Bearish case is we just go to 34,970, bounce to the 40,400 levels to X move and again dump it back down to 32,000 and then pump. So I think we'll see how things plays out. Even if we just go for, a move, let's say to $40,000, I think that gives you a 3 hour setup, which of course it's like a 15% move. So I think I'm just going to play very very wisely with this kind of a move actually. But right now, I think I'm just going to give the limit. That's it. I'm just going to push myself for example of X wave having being a triangle. So yeah, if you have any examples, that would be nice. But Ole, how come your name is Muzak Muzak? Uh, I thought that you were having a different name actually. Anyways, don't want to be personal here, but anyways, because this is what I feel on the BTC guys. And regarding the alts, yeah, if do BTC falls, alts are also going to have some downside move. Why? Because two reasons. BTC dominance to me is doing ABC, and it's going to have one more push up. I think I discussed yesterday actually. Uh, yeah, bottom, of course, at some point of time, bottom is going to be in. It's like, when is the question. I am betting on this move, okay? On this move that you're seeing in front of your screen. So I am betting on this move, okay? And let's talk about the BTC DOM. I think today I'm just going to discuss these two charts, and last chart would be USD dominance, okay? User dominance also looks to me like you're forming an ascending triangle. So yeah, it's perfectly going down. Soon, guys, soon we're going to see a bounce on the BTC dominance. Is going to be the WXY move, and this is A, B, and C. You see this structure? It's like A, B, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 C. So now, if you look at from the perspective of a trend, I think what you would want to see here is this. So basically 1282 to 1270 is your reversal zone for the BTC dominance. Basically, what it might be that we might not go for this complex correction of WXY. Instead, what we can do is it is just forming a very simple ABC here, and basically we just go for A, B, and 5 waves down to C at these levels, and from there we go for a one final push on the BTC DOM towards these levels where everything gets wrecked, gives you a final opportunity, and we start reversing and we just dump back under the levels of $800. So practically, and even lower. I think this is going to be a beast short on the BTC dominance, and it just keeps on dumping dumping, and we makes a huge money on these shorts. I think we just have to go down, not only sweep this lows here, ladies and gentlemen, of 879, but in my opinion, we're just going to go down to 700 levels as well, which means that also will appreciate by lot. Is what do we see here? It's like a 46 to 47%, which is absolutely a nice thing across. It's like it's a very nice appreciation. So I think we just absolutely going to short the 1350 to 1390 levels on the BTC dominance. If you want to long BTC dominance for even a scalp, I think you should be longing 1280 to 1270 levels, with your stops on a 1260, of course, because even if we are doing like 3 ABC 4, and then we can have one more push up the way Luna did previously as well, we have seen in the past. So practically, I think this is what I'm looking for on the BTC dominance, guys. You're going to have one more push on the us a small push, and after that I think they're going to get wrecked. So basically, just take profits and run is what I suggest everyone to do actually, despite of the fact either it can be Phil, Link, Aave, Defi, or whatever. Just like a take profit and run is what is the best case to do. And it also suggests that there is a probability BTC just goes sideways here. It gives some room for us to run, and else can finish its final move, and then along with BTC, if you don't break the 40 1800 levels, and if you go sideways here, yes, this is the top, and BTC goes for the dump, and then we dump it to 35,500. But let's say BTC pumps from here to 43, it gives more room for even else to pump, because it's like ALS will outperform BTC by another, let's say 1 to 2% minimum, which means that if BTC pumps from here, let's say to 43K, $43,300 levels, like this, which means which is like 6 to 7% move, also are going to make like minimum 8 to 10% move minimum. Okay, so yeah, everything is priced in. This is a perfect answer, a perfect thing that I'm really happy, Ghosty, the way you answered. Everything is priced in. I don't understand why people are bearish here when we are forming a very nice accumulation range. Look at this OBV. It tells you the story that OBV is going to make lower lows, make like a very big bullish divergence, not only on H4 but the daily and the weekly as well. Daily looks so good. It is forming a very nice and a very clean, if you just watch it here, it forms a very nice, already formed like a bullish divergence, and it's accumulating. You would want to see that OBV here, like this is a very nice, uh, you know, uh, flip of KSR. You just want that OBV rejects again one more time at these levels, like this. It's a key SR, and OBV just dumps from here one more time. Makes lower lows, price makes higher highs. That's it. We are going to pump. But of course, I'm going to analyze every damn thing, how the OBV also reacts. It gives you a nice insight of how the market makers and liquidity providers are thinking about the market at this point. So yeah. Let's see how things plays out. I'm just going to bid this, and I'm going to give you a long, and I'm going to have a write-up as well. Three scenarios. I already have the bearish case that the worst case is we go to the 32,800 to 33K levels one more time. But still, it can be then that we are forming a triangle kind of a move on the BTC, which is going to be something like this practically, which means that in both the scenario we need to bounce, but the bounce is going to be the short lived. We will reject at 43 again from here, the yellow line that you see, and from there we go for a dump, and that means that this is going to be the wave 4, and then we start, and this whole move is like A, B, C, D, E, and a dump, and goes to 32,000, maybe even swing filler pattern of the slows, 32K levels, and accumulate under these levels and then pump. And that is going to invalidate my OBV divergence as well. Not only on this move, but it will not invalidate on the daily that I have it. So we'll see. But I'm looking for this kind of a move. At least the 35,600 is going to be a nice levels where I think it should bounce. Either it bounce for the new all-time highs, or it bounce to either for 15% move or 30% move. So we'll see how things plays out, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is a very nice levels for us to bounce, actually, is what I believe. And so that's what I have for now. And yeah, let's call in between whatever we can have it. And uh, I think all these factors, I honestly, I do agree that even I was telling war is already priced in. Just don't look for the war. I mean, you look at the oil, look at the gold actually. Okay, like, look at the gold. I bought a lot of gold, and look at the reversal it is having. Look at it, the bounce it is having. It's like it's like the bounce you can never have. My average on the goal is 1911. So you know, uh, you know, it's like wow. I think I'm expecting gold to have that one more big push, and it's going to be the final push on the gold. I think this is absolutely going to be the move to 2,100 plus on the gold, and we're making higher highs on the gold. And how do we make it is something is like the gold is going to have that push up for sure. And my average on the gold is 1911. I bought a lot of gold actually, and I think it's a very nice hedge against BTC at this point. Not only hedge, but it's just going to act like because it is a very big support. We'll talk about the dollar index, ladies and gentlemen. A few days back, as I mentioned, that we have done the wave three, and yes, we are done with the wave three here, and that means that the wave three on the the wave. This is going to be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, the wave 3 is done. And right now, what we are doing is A, B, and C. So maybe we can have one more push down for the wave 4, and we exactly doing that. One more push down on the wave 4 here. The gold is pumping. Let gold pump, and dollar index is going to dump. But the stock markets are relatively SR that we have it here in front of us, and this is the big key SR that we have it. And I do think this is going to be a very nice move on the dollar index, and going to have that one more push up uh, to 786 Fibonacci level, like 100. And 100 is a very psychological numbers, but yeah, it's 100, or it can go to 886 and practically go to 101, and from there we start dumping. So basically, how you would want to see it plays out, basically you would want to see it plays out. Well, you would want to see that dollar index forms a very nice cipher, and the cipher is going to be something like this: that we go for A, and then we bounce for wave 1, we go for wave 2 here, for like this, maybe 786 or 886. I'm fine with both, and then we go for 161 at extension like this, which gives you a very nice leverage, and one more push dump on across the board. So I think you're just going to have some more accumulation across the board. And so uh, you know I think the dollar index is mostly looking for play like this. For BTC, I'm still looking for a move like this too. If we are forming a triangle, it's just fine. But if we don't break the 40K levels, let's say if we do not break these levels of 40K, and if we are holding, then I think we may look for a push up to 43,300. So basically, it's a no trade zone for me, honestly. You short it here, or we short it on lose of 40K and retest we short at 40K levels. I think I will be comfortable shorting 40K and 43.3 rather than shorting here actually. So yeah, this is what I have. Thank you so much guys for joining. I think I hope you like it. If you like it, please like this video, also share it with your friends, and maybe on the Twitter as well. And thank you so much. Have a nice day. I'm just going to be here and we're just going to scalp it. I'm also going to have a write up on my BTC long positions and my thoughts on why do I think the 35.5 can be a very nice levels for us to go long on the BTC actually. That's all. And thank you so much for joining this live. And for us, we're going to have another session. Maybe once I have a BTC write up finish, and maybe reevaluate the Ethereum positions, because dollar index looks to me like it's just going to have one more wick down to 96, which gives you nice room for gold to pump. And I think it looks very nice and very very bullish. I think, yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice day. Thanks. We're going to connect again in the noon actually.